Hello, welcome to FBA. I want to speak today about our delineation. I see that there are a few creators, a few people just saying that we're going a little bit too far because we have threatened boycotting immigrant establishments in the U.S. Because of disrespect, because of personally greed. Let's talk about that a minute. Personally, I believe this is a good thing. I have no problem with the boycotting of immigrant businesses who don't respect our money, respect our culture, our wealth, and our position in America. First off and foremost, this is our country. We cannot be deported. We've worked hard to earn the things that we have for generations and generations. Now, that being said, boycotting other establishments can be a good thing for us and a good thing for them. Number one, they'll learn not to disrespect or bite the hand that's feeding them. Second of all, it will allow us to spend money amongst each other. See, we haven't really gotten on that path 100%, not even 50% yet, to spend money with our own people like they do, okay? First off and foremost, let me just say that we always supported the brown, the diaspora, whoever you are. Black Americans have always supported them, brought them in, patronized their businesses, so on and so on. Even when we get disrespected in your business, hurry up and buy, get out. Prices change because of who we are. I can go on. But the fact of the matter is delineation from them and association amongst ourselves is key. We don't have to bring hate into it. We said we're delineating. We didn't say we hate anyone, okay? It's just this simple. If you don't appreciate us, you don't respect us, why would we spend money in your establishment to help you continue with your disrespect and greed and fighting for our position that we have here in America, that we has fought for, which is unremovable because, once again, we are the clock that ticks in America. Our culture, the things that we've done, I can go on and on. I'm sure that you all have heard all of my brothers and sisters put it down, letting you know exactly the things that we have accomplished and the things that we're going to accomplish in this country, okay? So coming over here, calling us lazy, saying that you lapped us, saying that we had all this opportunity over here and all that we doing is sitting back and y'all out there getting it and we don't have nothing. We're just uneducated, poor, and trifling black people, black Americans. Now you say that when we challenge your position in this country. But when it's time to fill out the YT papers, when it's time to fill out information, you put black. When it's time to get your loans, you put black. And if you don't put black, doesn't matter, because you migrating to this country and being able to get businesses, become successful in this country on whatever level, is strictly because of black Americans. Because as we all know, the people didn't want you there. The people brought us here for one specific reason, okay? And enslaved the ones who was already here for one specific reason, okay? And that was to fill their pockets with wealth, to separate and segregate themselves from us. And people sitting around saying, no, we got to stop going at each other. We got to stop fighting with the diaspora. We got to stop fighting with the immigrants and the migrants. We got to stick together because we can't take our minds off of what the people, what the man, what the YT is doing to us. But no, see, what you got to understand is we already know and will never forget, because there's always a reminder on everyday occurrences how they feel about us and what we have to do to achieve. Okay? We already know that, and we have been doing it. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that in a minute. But we cannot take our minds and take our focus off of all of these surrounding entities, diaspora, immigrants, whoever it is that's coming against us. Now, sure, all of them are not like that. And we're not talking about everybody, period, in any aspect, because all people are different and some people are not in those categories, okay? But the ones who are must be stopped. We must let them know that we will not be removed, nor will we be held back. And the disrespect is enough. See, you could get away with that with our older generation, but you can't get away with that with this generation and my children's and my grandchildren's generation. They're not having it. Disrespect will not be allowed on any level. So you come at us, my people is definitely going to come at you. And they're going to check you about our position in this country. Now, what goes on in your country, we understand. We have nothing to do with that. We're not trying to get involved, okay? Especially like this African Union situation. We already know they can talk all of this reparations all they want, okay? You can't even get reparations. You can't even get help in your own country, okay? You talk about we don't stick together. You guys divided your continent with the help of colonizers, okay? And they have picked your bones for years. So you think you're going to come over into this country, be afforded certain jobs, afforded more money than you would ever be able to get in your own country, and then tell the people who have provided the window and the door for you to come in to make this living and be ungrateful and disrespectful to us? First of all, let me just put this in there. When y'all sit around here and talk about why we're not helping you, after the things and the way you're treating us and the way you're just harbored, the greed. But I'm going to get to greed in a minute. But you come in this country saying, why haven't we helped you? We've already helped you. That's why you're here. But then you're not grateful. You're talking about us, telling us we don't have a culture, saying that we don't know who our people are, which is absolutely ridiculous when I can go back to 4th grade grandparents, okay, in this country, 4th grade, in the census, documented and record. But your union, your country's division was just started and made into different countries in the 1900s, the early 1900s, okay? I mean, so how can you even say, do you guys have records? You guys were in tribes. Did you keep records of who was who? The amount of money that was made, the services that you done for your country, et cetera, et cetera? I think not. But if you did, okay, you would have more respect for us if you even cared about that. But I digress on that. Immigrants. People say to me, why are you worrying about the immigrants so much? Don't worry about us. They're coming after you next. You're next. First of all, let me just tell you this, okay? This is something that y'all need. Nobody probably never told y'all. And you need to understand. Okay? We the ones who voted to get you deported. We, us, Americans. We are the ones who voted to have you deported. So you can stop stealing and taking our resources. Yes, stealing our resources. How can you steal resources? Well, when you come into the country illegally and go into these states who harbor criminals who are illegally in the country and give them benefits without having proper documentation, driver's license, bank loans, Medicaid, food stamps, SNAP benefits, you name it, okay? Getting into apartment complexes who do not want to bring their apartment complexes up the code to rent to American citizens, where they don't rent to American citizens because they rent to y'all. Why do they rent to you? Because they know they don't have to fix up the place. They don't have to bring it up the code. So they're dangerous, uninhabitable, unhealthy even. Because they know that they don't have to they don't have to give you no better because you willing to accept it. Because the greed in you in America. That's another thing. You come to this country for financial reasons, the greed. In your country, everything is negotiable. And when you see Black Americans come to your country to enjoy, to try to mingle and see what your country is about, because everybody's not coming over there to meet family, to see. Some people just traveling over there just because it's different for us to see whole countries that are fully black. Yes, black or dark like us, okay? Because I don't want to call you black, because if I call you black, then you want to include yourself in our Reparations Act and movement in America. So no, African nations with dark people, okay, that are not run by white people. But then when they get there, they find out this. That. Okay? Let me explain something to you about FBAs, okay? We earn our money, we're not greedy. We won't sell each other out, okay, to the YT. Trust me when I tell you, okay? We ain't running around and going to gather up someone from the South if you from up north, someone from out west that you are from, or if you from the East Coast, because we don't like each other. We're not going to go grab their kids or grab them, take them and sell them into slavery. We're not going to do that, okay? We are a different type of people. We have love for one another. We have pride. Despite all of the things that y'all think that you know and the things that you see, okay? We as a people are rising. After all we've been through, here we are again, coming up. Now, what we got to worry about is the YT noticing our progress, so they don't come in again to diminish us, put roadblocks in, burn down our wealth and what we have. Okay? I hear a lot of people talking about and saying that Black Americans have 1.5 or $1.4 trillion in spending power. Okay? That's just spending power. So before you come over here talking about that you make laps around us, stop it. Just stop the craziness, okay? You are 9 times out of 10, 90% of y'all are doing jobs that we are not going to do anymore, that we are already done. We have brought ourselves up from that. And that's the thing. And that's the good thing about our progress in this country. With all of the things that they're doing to us, and everybody's chiming in. So when people say, let's not fight amongst each other, let's vote. This is not a fight. This is a position. This is us checking you. You're in our home, and we're telling you exactly what your position is and showing you what our position is. This is why we voted to have you deported, because first of all, you weren't supposed to be here, and the ones that are here, you're here as a guest in our home. And then you're going to tell us that your food smells better than ours? Your food is, and our culture is yours? You're going to move me out of my master bedroom? I think not. Let me show you something, okay? Okay. It says right here, okay, Black buying power will reach $1.9 trillion in 2025. Now we're in 2025 right now. So black buying power will reach $1.9 trillion. Now, after seeing that, imagine if we spent $1.9 trillion amongst ourselves. Now, this right here is actual, and it's even growing. Black Americans held $5.39 trillion in wealth. Okay? Yes, white people are well over 100 trillion. And that's the gap that we are trying to close. Okay, but our true wealth in this country, Black Americans, just us, $5.39 trillion in wealth. That's everything we own. That's our homes, our businesses, our stocks, stuff that we own, not money that we're going to make. This is stuff that we own right out, okay? So although the 1 trillion in spending is great because, we got that to spend. Because our black net worth is 5.9 trillion in wealth. Stop believing the narrative that we are ignorant and we don't care about life, living, buying homes and things. Most things that we haven't achieved right now because they've been taken from us. Our parents and our grandparents own acres and acres and acres of land. We would have had more wealth than what we have now, but we have achieved a lot with the small amount that we have been given. And now that is growing. And once they see stuff like this chart of what we've been doing for the last 6, 7, 8 years, it's tremendous. I'm so proud of my people. I'm so proud of us. Okay? For once, we see the train coming down the road. You can't blindside it. So we're expecting it, and we know it's coming. Might have been this influx of immigrants trying to come into the country to stop our growth. You ever thought about that? Well, I did. Okay? But good luck with that. Because no matter what type of people that you bring in here, they will never be able to replace FBAs. We're God-chosen ones. Enslaved or not, we're still here and still moving. Okay? So after saying all that, I want to thank y'all. Please like and subscribe. Stop in. Leave your comments below. Any subject that you want News FBA to talk about, anything you want to enlighten us on, please do. God bless. Peace be unto you. And stay strong, my brothers and sisters. Delineation is a must.